Hey awesome people, good day to you. It's Monday today and it's going to be beautiful. New start, and this is my first ever time doing an unfiltered and unedited video. Of course I have some lighting on what I use for my clients. Two things that helped me break through one of my most toughest time, allowed me to continue running my business. So a quick backstory, right? After I just restarted my business in the late 2021, I thought I had skills already and I restarted my entrepreneur journey late 2021. I'm in the lead generation and marketing space, and over the next few months, my savings was burning out and I went to thinking whether I should find a job. First time it was 2019 when I first left my full-time job in 2018. 1 year later, I was a little bit broke and I really started to find a full-time job. And 2021 is I restarted back my entrepreneur journey. In between, I went back to a full-time job. But with that, I started to have this do or die mindset. Since 2021, I thought I had the skills already, right? I thought I had entrepreneur skills, I thought I had marketing skills already. And when I first restarted my business, right, I literally was at a brink again, looking for a job. Over the next few weeks, right, I closed my first literally 12.5k cash collected. My confidence went through the roof. Just a few weeks ago, right, my dark gloomy face suddenly turned to be becoming so bright and cheerful. It's just so strange, right, sometimes. So basically I was on the flow. And thinking back just a few weeks ago, right, I was procrastinating and contemplating what my next steps are. Even after I've learned about posting contents and using my own list of people, I took up my phone. I was taught, right, to first tackle the people in my list, the people who I've networked before. Since my entrepreneur days, in the early entrepreneur days, I looked through my phone book and started cold DMing them. I started writing really long posts, right, which took almost a week. Me sending back to my coaches to really validate stuff. And when I started really posting already, right, I really hated writing and rewriting over and over again. And when I started posting, I only had like a few likes, which didn't really equate to any kind of meeting for any prospect calls, or didn't really equate to any form of sales. And so in fact, right, what contributed to the results, 12.5k cash collected within the next few months, right, came from 100% cold prospecting. And it took me almost another year, right, to really figure all this out that can get people from cold to sold. Clients, basically. I call this, right, the brand story funnels. It really sounds really sexy, but basically it's a mix of targeted short messages, cold prospecting DMs. I used to write really long messages, right? I even procrastinated to send the messages which I crafted so long, and I really procrastinated sending. At the end of the day, I didn't really send. So right now, targeted short messages, number one. Number two, social channels posting on YouTube, Facebook, IG, TikTok, and all the social media platforms that's really popular out there. So now, let me first explain, right, how this all works. I'm going to share with you my screen on what this means, right? What I'm going to share with you is what people always call the typical marketing funnel. Okay? What this means, right, is there's always this thing called the cold market, warm market, and the hot market. Now, this strategy that I'm about to share with you is very powerful. It basically lets people, right, to get from being cold to hot to being sold about your solution. And on top of my list, this is what I actually do. Number one, I go to Google and search for businesses that I'm really familiar with. Let's say, to give you an example, chiropractic. I literally stalk them. I go to their Facebook account, IG, or even LinkedIn and drop them a short DM like this. Okay, so this is what I basically wrote. And this is basically what I wrote. Hey, Dr. Andrew, I took a look at your pages and social channels and saw that you do great work in the chiro space. I happen to specialize in helping doctor at chiropractic DC, a message that resonated to them, like you, to scale your practice to 10k to 100k per month and a fully book with new patient appointments every single week. Have done so for a few clients here in Singapore already and have gotten great results. Would like to see if you'll be keen in getting 60 to 70% more new patient appointments for your practice as well. If you're not, it's fine for me as well. Just seeing the great way you do and helping people get way better. Do drop me a reply here so we can have a quick chat here. Right, that's it. Basically, short and sweet. And most of the time, of course, you don't get a reply right off the start because we're actually tackling the cold market, right? So it's actually totally fine, right? Like I mentioned, because we are in the cold market. So at the start, right, when I started doing that, right, it was purely a numbers game. I messaged as many people as I can throughout the day. And I remember, right, it was like I had a limit to me messaging people. Like Facebook stopped me from messaging people. If I remember, it was like around 30 DMs a day. Right? So of course, this way of doing things is a numbers game and it's not optimized. Alright, but the next step, right, is actually crucial. We are approaching the cold market, and that's why we need to pre-sell them. And first, right, we need to warm them up. We need to bring their psychological stage from cold to warm. And how do you do that? It's through branding yourself. So when it comes to marketing, I always tell my clients this. People don't know who you are, people don't care. People only care what you do for them. People don't trust you, but people want the results. And that comes with content marketing. I like to create contents around Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And here's why, right, it's so powerful. At all times, right, remember this triangle here. The cold market, the warm market, and the hot market. Right, we always need to have this frame in mind when approaching clients. Where's your ideal prospect or customers at psychologically? Have they consumed your contents enough already? Of course, like I mentioned, it's a numbers game at the start. But applying this strategy actually helps me get more conversions. So now, here's the strategy. Have a mix of short form and long form content. Short form content platforms are Facebook, IG, or even TikTok. The content needs to be intentional, and the intention, right, which is leading them to consuming your long form contents on YouTube. Usually around 15 to 30 minutes long, and that's where, right, we actually bring them all the way from ice cold, all the way to warm, and actually to hot. And that's the power of actually content marketing, short form content on Facebook and IG, long form content on YouTube. So let's first talk about short form content. Short form content on Facebook, IG, TikTok. And here's how you actually can do it. I like to have a few ways of posting. The best way to attract people, of course, is to showcase your results. You can do it on your Facebook stories, IG stories. It's actually the best way. And if you want to post content on Facebook or IG, make it short and snappy and to the point. And this is the framework I actually like to do. I always use this. Number one, a struggle. Or a story. Number two, results. Number three, what you discovered. Number four, high-level strategies. And lastly, number five, call to action. We got to be very intentional. For people you just talk to, they will start checking you out first. So Facebook, IG, TikTok, short form content, getting them curious. So earlier on to the example, when I start sending cold DM and cold messages, right, the first and foremost thing they will do is actually check you out. So when you have all these short form content, which is very intentional, all the results and the short form content to really lead them all the way to YouTube to really binge your long form content. And what this successfully do, right, is to actually bring them from this phase here, back to this phase here, cold, and this is DM, right? So when they start going down, right, they binge on content, They binge your short form content on social media channels, Facebook, IG, TikTok, okay? And then they go to hot. They watch your 30 minutes video. Something like this they're actually watching. And they really understand what you do, who you stand for, who are you actually engaging. And usually this 15 to 30 minutes long video is where you actually present yourself, your strategies, and guys, this is very, very powerful because when they take some form of action, they are already engaged into engaging your content already, and they are some sort and on the way to being warm to hot. And they are interested to hear what you do. Now, YouTube is a platform for bingeability, and that's where, right, they get to know who you are, what you do to help people. And by doing that, right, I started to have people messaging me instead of me finding them. And I have people wanting to meet me or to give me money. They just want to hear what I have to offer out. And for people who you prospected at the start, right, they start getting really, really warm to you. And it's a very, very powerful strategy because your competitors aren't doing it this way. They're just doing the mass numbers. But what we're doing here, right, is to actually attract people. Once we're going into the cold market, doing the same thing, actually talking to people personally and privately so that they can understand that we really, really help them. Short, concise message. And number two, we start attracting them with our contents. And once they are so warm to our contents, they actually hop onto the YouTube to actually watch our long form content. And that's how, right, we actually can indoctrinate our ideas, our solutions to them. And once you're consistently doing this, it's like building a content building machine. And when you show videos like this, right, you have to showcase what is also your unique selling point so that they are interested in your vehicle, which is called the unique selling point. what do you have so special, right, against other competitors that they're actually engaging you. And in this video, I share with you the whole strategy on how I actually do things differently from my competitors. And that's why you're actually watching this right here. Simply doing this, right, when I start to meet my future clients, right, the feedback I always got, right, was actually the same. People who pay me $5,000 all the way to $10,000, right? When I actually close them, at the end, right, I always ask them this: why do you consider hiring me? And they all say the same thing. I saw you consistently posting, and you are sharing all these tips, ideas, and strategies, right? And I'm very interested. So what does this show you guys? It shows that people actually binge and watch on your contents even before they engage you. I actually brought people all the way from cold to warm and to ready buy leads already. And people are actually finding me over and over again. And that's how you can actually do it. So implement this, what I call the brand story funnel, sharing your unique messages, sharing what you have to offer, attract people, co-DMing people, and once they check you out, right, you start attracting them in your short form and long form content. Mix them up together, you have a powerful marketing strategy. And we start implementing this, you can watch the resistance in them from buying to you, right, fall away. And so you get a sustainable way, right, to really get new clients. And I really hope this helps. There's an even more in-depth strategy which complements this whole brand story funnel. You can also utilize email marketing. So all the leads that you actually collected, right, you giving them in exchange for like an ebook or something, right, in exchange from their emails, you can actually remarket back to them. It's also a powerful concept to bring people from cold all the way to warm and to hot as well. Same concept, but that will be in the next video. But doing this, right, will already help you get the results that you want. And if you have any questions, just let me know using the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, right, I share tips like this and more insights on things that is working currently. So do subscribe, and thanks for watching.